All right, thanks for joining us today for this quick look at Destroyer Prime. He is number 53B from the War of the Realms set. He's coming in with the keywords Asgardian, Armor, Herald, Mystical, and Robot. He has one trait, which is super good and super long, so let's read through it. It is sideline active. What that means is he can use it when he's on the sideline, and you could also use it when you're on the map. For this particular one, though, it only applies to sideline because of what it does. If the destroyer is on your sideline and an opposing character damages a friendly character with an attack, if either character is equipped, after resolutions, give the destroyer a seeker token and roll a d6. Add in the number of seeker tokens to the result. 6 or more, generate the destroyer from your sideline in a square along the edge of the map in the same row or column of an equipped character. Then remove the seeker tokens and turn the destroyer's dial to click X, where X is the number of seeker tokens removed. Also, if the destroyer started the game via this trait, when it takes damage after resolutions, return it to your sideline, protected pulse wave. He does have improved movement blocking and destroys blocking as he moves through it, and he is a giant. Okay, let's break down a little bit more of that trait. So he's going to be on your sideline. Opposing character damages one of your character. If the opponent that damaged you was equipped, the destroyer would get a seeker token. If the opponent that damaged your character, if your character was equipped, the seeker would get the destroyer would get a seeker token. And then you would roll. If the die plus your seeker tokens is 6 or more, then destroyer can pop in. Okay, the way he comes onto the map, it's going to be an edge or a column, and it's going to be where any equipped character is at. Not necessarily the one that attacked you or the person that was attacked, but it says he's going to be in a square along the edge of the map in the same row or column of an equipped character. Okay. Then the other thing to note here is he's going to come in. We're going to look at the back of the card in a second, but he has a super long dial. So when he comes onto the map, then you're going to click him to the click number equal to the seeker token. So if you removed 1 seeker token to come in, he'll be on click 1. If you removed 4, then he'll be on click 4. But if he takes damage and they don't KO him, so after resolutions, if he's still there, he goes back onto your sideline. Okay, let's take a look here on the back. As you can see, he is 100 points, and he has a 10 range. Okay, but if he's on your sideline, you don't pay any points for your sideline character. So put him on your sideline. If he pops in, you got 10 clicks that your opponent has to get through there in basically one hit, or else the destroyer just pops back to the sideline. So what you're getting for that is he's going to have the same power set throughout his dial: sidestep, Pensai, impervious, and close combat expert. So you're looking at 4 or 3 penetrating damage from range, which is a 10 range single target, or up close you're looking at 5 or 4 damage with 12s or 11 attacks from close combat expert. Okay, if he's going to shoot, he's sitting there with 11s and 10s as his attack value, and if you take tokens off of him, the most you'll be coming in at is click 6, but probably somewhere on the top 2 to 3 clicks if you get a good roll. So you're going to be looking at 19 or 18 defense. So putting him on the sideline, it's like an auto play. The only thing is, he is a prime, so that does take up your prime slot. Your sideline and your main force can only have 1 prime character. So that would be the only drawback. If you're not playing a prime on your starting force, then you should add him to your sideline if you have any equipment things going on. Okay, now if you play him straight out, he's 100 points, 10 clicks with those powers. That's super good too, and a 10 range and a giant, so he can carry other figures around. He can see over a lot of stuff. So even at a straight play, pretty darn good. Okay, for that penetrating damage, it's really good. All right, we're going to take a look on the battlefield on what that trait does, how you can bring him in, and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's take a look at how this would work on the battlefield. We're going to say that Executioner here is on your force and that the police officer is your opponent's force. Let's say that Executioner is equipped. Okay, the PD officer takes a shot and damages Executioner. Since Executioner is equipped, you would add a Seeker token to the Destroyer's card on your sideline. You'd roll your D6. Let's say this is his first Seeker token. So if you roll a 5 plus 1 would get you 6, or a 6 plus 1 would get you to 7. So a 5 or 6, then the Destroyer can come in. Now he would go into the edge of the map, the row or column that the equipped character is at. So if the Executioner was our only equipped character, then we could place there. If we had other equipped characters, then we could pick placement from any one of those equipped characters. Okay, the Destroyer then is giant. So right from where he's at, he has a 10 range. He can see all the way across here to where the PD officer's at. Since he's giant, it doesn't matter if he pops in on this elevation. He can still take a shot from right there. He comes in with sidestep too. So if the placement was slightly different and you're a little bit farther away, you can sidestep 2 and shoot 10. So you have basically a 12 reach over a lot of different terrain types and characters, being able to take your shot. Now, that doesn't mean he has to take a shot. He could, if the Executioner was there and you wanted to get him out of there, maybe take him back to a healer, he could sidestep 1. Then since he's a giant, he can carry your character 6 squares away. He has a 6 movement. Okay, but if you leave him here, and then you could take an action, take a shot on this figure or any other figure that you can see. You don't. It's not like a retail where you have to target the person that damaged your equipped character. You just pop the Destroyer on the map, and he just becomes part of your force, can do all kinds of stuff. All right, I think it's a super useful figure. Now, the other thing to mention before we finish up this video, let's reverse that scenario. So let's say they're both equipped, the Executioner and the police officer. Then when the Destroyer pops in there, say he does damage and kills the Executioner. Okay. Now, as long as there's somebody with equipment still on the map, you could generate him in the edge of the map, row or column, of an equipped character. Doesn't matter if it's friendly or if it's opposing. So you can generate there and then do whatever you need to do. All right, I think it's super useful. You're going to see it on the sidelines of a ton of teams. So hopefully that explains how this character works a little bit. Again, remember, he's a giant. He can move through blocking and destroy it. Sees over a lot of terrain. So super good figure. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you tend to want to put him on your sideline, or if you think he's viable in a competitive build. All right, thanks for watching. Check it out. If you dig what we do, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.